안녕하세요. Yo me apellido Rome. Yo soy 27 años. Ich liebe Sprachen. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. 谢谢. Hello and welcome to another episode of Rome is in Manila. Today I'm going to talk about why I think the Filipino youth should start learning foreign languages now, with an emphasis on now. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself once again, especially to those who are listening to these podcasts for the first time. I am Rome. I'm 27 years old. I can speak and write in 4 languages: English, Korean, Filipino, and Pangasinan. I use these languages at a working level proficiency except for Pangasinan. I don't podcast for a living. This is just a side project that I'm currently working on, and I intend to do this for 3 years at least. I have a day job and my main line of work is in financial markets data. It can sound intimidating at first, but it only gets complicated when you delve deeper, and that's what I'm currently doing. I'm starting to make myself be more rooted in finance, but that's not what we're discussing today. Today we're discussing about languages, and yes, in my work I actually use 2 languages, English and mostly Korean. So this should qualify me to encourage the Filipino youth to start learning foreign languages. My first point here is that I think the Filipino youth should start taking learning languages seriously. By the way, by Filipino youth, I mean anyone below 35 years old. But I'd like to give more focus to those who are still studying in schools. So that includes high school and college students. I believe that those are the times that are super critical when it comes to learning, especially in terms of acquiring and improving one's understanding of languages. English is still being taught in schools, and it is also still the main medium for teaching. So whether you are studying music, arts, math, biology, and physics, all these are actually being taught in English. And we are so lucky that we primarily use English in our education system. English is still the global language, and there is still value at being good in English. So if you are a student, or actually even if you are already working, you might want to polish your language skills even by just a little bit. And you know what? In the Philippines, there's actually no premium if you can speak English really well, because it's considered a given to most of us. That's why the BPO industry has boomed in the Philippines for over a decade now, because, foreign companies can get labor here at a discount. Say, how much would it cost to hire a Native American living in America for a customer support position, as compared to hiring a Filipino who could be just as equally fluent in the language for the same position? So yeah, they'll save a lot here, but you cannot demand to get paid the same as your American or European counterpart. That's just not how it works right now. So enough of that. My point is, English alone can get you hired for jobs that pay relatively well. So take learning English a little bit more seriously. Even if you have no plans for working in BPOs that require English speakers, English is a card that you don't want to not have. If you ever enter into the corporate world, you'll need English, starting from writing your resumes, sending your application letter, getting an interview, and when you get hired, you'll probably do presentation in English as well. And if you decide to become a freelancer, knowing English could also be very helpful, unless you have no desire of getting international clients. Up to this point, I've been talking so much about English, and those who are already fluent in English might be like, duh, we know that already. Okay, sorry, we'll go deeper from here on, and I won't be giving more emphasis in studying Filipino, because I think that's basic. If you're Filipino, or if you identify as a Filipino, you should at least know Filipino in a way you could deliver a speech in full Filipino to a big audience. I think that's real basic being a Filipino. So yeah, I said the Filipino youth should start learning foreign languages now. Let's get an emphasis on languages, foreign languages with an S, plural. What I'm saying is, on top of your mother tongue, on top of Filipino and English, you should start learning other foreign languages. Am I speaking to high school and college students now? Yes, but I'm also speaking to those who are already in the working economy, those who already belong to the workforce. You should start learning other foreign languages now. Why? Well, I would like to say that Filipinos are very natural at learning languages. There's a study that says multilinguals have it so much easier to learn another language than those who only know one or two. And if you're Filipino and you're born and raised elsewhere other than Metro Manila, you probably already know 3 languages, so it shouldn't be so hard to equip yourself with another one. We are capable and we have this potential, but potential is useless unless you start giving it the push. So I already used the employment card for English, and I think I should do the same for other languages. We don't get premiums for being fluent in English. In the Philippine job market, it's a given. But if you know a foreign language, say Mandarin, Thai, or Korean like me, then you can get a premium for being capable of using that language in a work environment. And this does not only apply to customer service or BPO or translation or interpretation jobs. Say for example, if you are an engineer and you know Nihongo, then imagine what kind of job mixes you can get. You can work for a Japanese company here in the Philippines or in Japan with a premium for knowing Japanese. I don't know exactly how the pay will be like, but it can go crazy. You can also be in the services industry, like hotel and restaurant management. If you know a foreign language, or Korean for example, then you can be employed as a bilingual concierge for VIP Korean clients, and the list just keeps going on. Currently, the most popular languages required in bilingual positions in the Philippines include Chinese or Mandarin, Japanese or Nihongo, Korean. It's not Hangul. I'm a hater, okay? I sometimes see job posts that say they're looking for someone who can speak Hangul, and that's crazy. Hangul is the writing system. It's comparative to our alphabet. Hangugo is the language, okay? So, Mandarin, Nihongo, Korean or Hangugo, Thai, Espanol, and Frances or French. Well, there might be other languages that are starting to get more popular, but these are the common languages that I see in job offerings. And the range of salary can be very wide. So far, the lowest gross income that I have ever seen was 20,000. Don't fall for that if you know a foreign language. You're worth more than that. And the highest offer that I have seen so far was 150,000 pesos per month. And that's crazy. But let me tell you why that's possible. The 150,000 salary was actually for a person who knows Korean, but at the same time has finished a degree, or I'm not sure if that's bachelor or master's, in the field of biomedical engineering. So I guess they required that the person was also equipped with scientific knowledge in Korean, and wow, that's so difficult, I think. But yeah, so there's that crazy gap, 20,000 to 150,000. You definitely have the luxury to choose your price as long as you know your value. Now, shouldn't I be afraid encouraging you to study a foreign language? Well, because if I encourage you to study foreign languages, then that means there's going to be more of us competing for jobs that require foreign languages. Well, let's just say I'm being generous here. I'm sharing this piece of knowledge with you because I think there's enough for every one of us. Let me tell you that the salary range for bilinguals is very high because there's not many bilinguals as compared to the jobs available. And that's the situation now. We can't be sure of what will happen in the future, but I'm sure that adding a foreign language to your skill set, that it's definitely going to change your market value positively. So There's actually just 2 points that I'm sharing here. You should learn foreign languages because one, we're naturals at learning languages, and two, it increases your value as a person. Well, in my previous explanation, you might think that the only value I'm pertaining to is money. Well, money is important, yeah. We can't deny that. People work for money, people work for their passions too, but passion alone cannot feed you and your family. So there's that monetary value that it adds onto you. Learning foreign languages can increase your earning potential as a person, but that's not all the value that it adds to you. Your social value will rise as well, and your cultural knowledge too. And I think you'd get to relate to a lot more people just by having a shared language or a shared experience and a shared view of what we call reality. So yeah, I'm repeating the 2 points just so you won't forget. You should learn foreign languages because one, we're naturals at learning languages, and two, it increases your value as a person. I do believe that if you have listened to this episode, you might have questions. So feel free to ask, and I could probably discuss those in a future episode. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you've got some valuable information from me, even though it might mean you'll be my competition in the future. Yeah, so thank you very much, and until next time.